Hi girls! My girlfriends are always asking me how I do my shimmery smoky eyeshadow. So today I'm going to show you girls. Lita, Mary, Belinda, Jo, Kirsty, anyone who's ever asked me, I'm going to show you now how to do the other eye. It looks mighty strange right now with one eye finished and the other one not even started, but I'm going to start by showing you how to do the eyebrow, which is a big part of the overall look of an eye. So as you can see, this one's filled in with the colour, nicely shaped, and this one is just how it naturally is. So my first secret weapon is the Almay brow pencil, and this I love because on one end it has a nice spiral brush which I use to line my eyebrows up, and on the other end is a wind-up pencil, so I don't even need a pencil sharpener. So I'm going to start by just brushing those brows into line, and then the other end I'm just going to wind up so it's nice and sharp, and I'm going to start filling in those bald bits between the brows, and just darkening them up slightly, not pressing too hard. This is weird because I'm actually using you guys as my mirror and there's a slight delay on the camera. I'll get used to it. I'll always extend the eyebrow slightly, just longer, a little bit longer than it naturally is, just for that extra drama. Just making sure there's a nice smooth line at the top and at the bottom. Once I'm happy that they're both the same darkness and similar shape, then I can show you my next little secret trick, and that's to take the little brush at the end and my little can of hairspray and just spray that little brush a little bit, and then hairspray them into shape so they don't come out of place tonight when I go out. I'll see a few of you girls out tonight actually. Yay, looking forward to it. So yeah, just you can even straighten out that top edge by using the brush this way, which is a good little trick. I'm happy with that. Now we can go on to using my next secret weapon, and that's very affordable, Maybelline eyeliner pencil, and I love it because it's got its own smudger on the other end. And I just start by drawing a rough smudgy line heading up to about halfway between the end of the eye and the end of the eyebrow, and this can be done very roughly because we're going to smudge it and smooth it soon. Then on the natural eyelid, where the eyelid ends, I draw an arch. Now I'm taking my smudger and I'm going to smudge from that line inwards across the eyelid. Just in smooth, small motions across the eyelid. Then my windscreen wiper motion across that arch, back and forth, just smudging and softening that line. It's a great soft little smudger at the end of this pencil, which just does such a great job at smudging and softening. Just more motions going in towards the eyelid. Now I'm going to take the pencil end and I'm going to run a line along the inner lower lid. Also known as the wet line. And I'll go almost all the way to the inner corner, but not quite. And then I'm going to use my smudger just to smudge that line. So it's not so hard. And balance the top with the bottom. I'm going to go a bit darker. Again, over that smudged bit. Just on the outer corner, I think. And across the eye. Just building up nice and slowly and smoothly. Building up, smudging, windscreen, white ring, smudging. This line is now raised above halfway, as you can see. As you smudge, it raises ever so slightly, and that's perfect. So this line here, just imagine an imaginary line heading up towards your eyebrow. And I think that's looking even. So now I'm going to show you my Creamy Cleanser product, which I cannot live without. This is actually, sorry, did I say cleanser? I meant concealer. It's actually a Dermacolor product, and it's a creamy concealer, and I just pop some onto a lip brush and then wipe any excess off onto my hand. And then I run a line underneath my neat and tidy eyebrow, just underneath, all the way to the end. At the moment there's quite a harsh line between the black and the white, but we're going to blend that together soon too. Just get a little bit more, put it on my hand again, and now just across the top lid I'm going to do the same, just a line across above the eyelashes, and I'm going to rise that up a bit into a little arch across the middle of my eyelid, like so. Now for a exciting product, it costs a little bit more, but it's the Chanel, and the shade is Lotus. It's the Chanel eyeshadow in shade Lotus, which has a great shimmer to it, and I'm just going to pile some of that onto the same lip brush that you used for the concealer. Is absolutely fine, and I'm going to go underneath the eyebrow again. See that lovely shimmer? I'm actually going to cross over that line of the black a little bit. Just wipe any excess on your hand, just so you don't get any of the black. It shouldn't pick up, because the eyeliner, great thing about the eyeliner is it stays put. So a little bit more of the shimmer, and this time I'm going to go across the top in the same area I went with the creamy concealer, and just across the lid of the eye, picking up some more as you need it, not going higher than that dark arch that you drew across your eye. And now back to the blender on the end of your eye pencil. Wind up your eye pencil. What's left over on the end of your blender should be enough for this purpose. You shouldn't have to reload with black for now, but just blend across that line so there's no harsh joins between the white and the black. And just back and forth, windscreen wiper motions again, and the same inward over the eyelid movements, like so. It's getting there. Now for a Shiseido product which I adore, which is the Shiseido Moisture Mist range, and I love this brush because it's a natural tip brush. It isn't rubber, it's got a natural brush which just applies the eyeliner so naturally and is so easy to use. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start an inner lid and move outwards and then just flick up with a little bit at the end there. The trick here is, because this is the trickiest part of the whole exercise, is just to pretend you're drawing on the eyelashes rather than the eyelid, and that should ensure that you're in the right spot. Start in the inner eye, across and up, and then back again the other way, starting where you finished, across and in to finish, and across again. And then you've got a nice smooth line across as your liquid eyeliner. That does take some practice, but a steady hand and just focusing on your eyelashes rather than your lid helps for me. Anyway, so the next step to this is to actually curl those lashes. And so I've got my eyelash curlers. I'm just going to let it dry just a little bit. Just take your hand, wave it across just to make sure it's completely dry before you do this. You don't want to smudge what you've done with your liquid eyeliner. I'm just going to grip my eyelashes between my curlers and pinch for about 20 seconds and release slowly. And that's just curled very tips of my eyelashes. My favourite mascara is the Natio mascara, also from department stores, and I love it because it's got a nice plastic bristle brush which is very easy to use, flexible, and I basically just get right under those lashes, separate them with a little trimmer, pull up and extend. I drag the eyelid down while I'm doing this so that it causes some resistance, which just helps me avoid any clumping. Just get right under there and pull up and extend, pull up and extend. Getting each eyelash to its full length. I like to do a second coat. What I also love to do, which not all makeup artists would recommend, is to curl my lashes after the product's on. I just find it really seals it into place when it's got a bit of product on. So here I go again, just going to let it dry a little bit. And I go and pinch those eyelashes into place for 20 seconds. And release. And see what I mean? They've really held their curl. Anyway, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure the eyes are even. So this one and this one. And as you can see, this one's a little bit darker on the outer edge than this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my pencil again and just do a little tweak of darkness on the outer edge there, just so they match up. And you can go darker or lighter as you wish